Yadadai dai dai yadadai yadadai dai yadadai dai yadadai dai 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 yadadai dai yadadai dai yadadai dai 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 yadadai dai dai yada da he da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da yada da he dum yada da 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 yada da 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 he dum yaba ba ya he da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 dum yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 L'shem yichud kushabrichu ushchinte hineni muchan umizuman lekayem mitzvah taseh shel sfirat haomer shel sfirat haomer shel sfirat haomer Shel Sfirat HaOmer Sheva Shabbatot Timimot Tihienam. Erev Tov, good evening. We are closing out day 21 of the Omer, but we're also closing out this sequence of yoms, sequence of days. And so Yom HaShoah, we always used to refer to it in Hebrew school and religious school as the yoms, because it was coming to the end of the school year, and depending on where it fell out, it would depend on, you know, how close to the end of the year it would be. But it was always Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Remembrance, Yom HaZikaron, Israel's Memorial Day, Fallen Soldier Day, Victims of Terrorism Day, and then Yom Ha'atzmaut, which is today, which is Israel's Independence Day. So I will post these on social media, but I just saw when I got home from work, which was, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes ago, Ellis's school posted a picture of him. He went to school today with blue hair. Maybe it's going to focus a little bit. With blue hair. It's hard to see. I'll post it. Holding his Israeli flag that he made, which was really cute. So, the celebration is there, but it's not really there. And so, as Yom Ha'atzmaut comes to a close, we pray for more safety, for more security, for more independence, to be truly what it's supposed to be, a place for Jews, but a place for worship of others and a place of other faith traditions. I shouldn't say worshiping others. It sounds very unethically, not so commandment-ish way. But the idea of, to have a statehood for our own people that was given to us in a way that was to transform and to continue to grow and to build and to bring people together. And we can only hope that that will continue to happen, please God, soon, bringing our captive home, our siblings of Israel, home to a place, to their families, to their loved ones, and to the state of Israel. So we're going to count Omer. We're going to realize that we're starting a new week together, which is an interesting week because it's in the middle, 7 weeks. So there's got to be a midpoint. And that is where we're going to start today. So let's do the blessing. Let's count the day. Let's mark it on our calendar, whatever we're calling that. And then let's get to work, because that's what we do and that's what we should be doing. And that's how we get from one place to the other, is to show up ready to do the work, even if we're unsure of what the work may be. And so I just want to share this to my Facebook. Okay, let's count. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ruach haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer Hayom Shanayim Vesrim Yom Shehem Shlosha Shavuot Veyom Echad LaOmer. Here we are. Today is day 23, day 22, day 22. 22nd day, totaling 3 weeks and 1 day of the Omer. And so here we are in the week of Netzach. We finished the week of Tiferet. So we've done Chesed, Gevurah, and Tiferet, and here we are in Netzach, the week of endurance and fortitude, the week of ambition. And so we learn Netzach, eternity, vision, endurance. Eternity in each moment, a connection to all that was, all that is in this moment, and all that will be. For this week calls us to feel ourselves capable of transformation. So in the beginning, we were thinking maybe the week of Chesed, I feel like for some of us it's difficult, but for the majority of us as humans, especially the ones that come together here, I would say that Chesed, the week of loving kindness, is an easier week, because we can attach to it more readily, focused. We're like straight out of the gate, we can do this. But we're realizing like 7 weeks of 7 days is a long time to commit to count. And then we come to the week of Gevurah, but like, you know what, we're going to be disciplined and we're going to make it through and we're going to do it. And then Tiferet, something about beauty, the beauty and the harmony and the compassion that we have. And we're getting where we're going, completing those 3 weeks. And then here we are in the week of Netzach, the week of looking forward. Holy cow, we're connected to what was, we're in the moment of what is, and we are halfway week-wise. We're starting the midpoint week. And so this week reminds us that we are capable of transformation, that we believe or try to believe or encourage ourselves to believe that everything we do matters and that our actions for today affect generations yet to come. And so I've shared this before, but something that I always tell Ellis and something that I always tell my niece and nephews is that we need to always do the right thing even when no one's watching. Because that's the only part I tell them, because they're little kids. But the truth is, because in our actions we shape the world, not only for ourselves and for those that we will know, but we shape the world for those we won't, for all that will come after us. So if we envision the person that we long to be, and some of us are there and others of us are not, some of us are far away from what we want to be, and some of us are, closer, and each day we learn to know each other and ourselves, really ourselves, better. And so envision yourself as the person you long to be, living in a world that you want to live in, and walking towards these visions with everything you have, with your whole being. Imagine what that feels like. Today is day 22. Chesed, the one we love most, loving kindness, love within vision. Chesed Shebenetzach, day 22. Psalm 22, verse 27 says, your hearts will live forever. Why will they live forever? Because the heart that we're given is fueled by our actions. But we realize that we came from something else, from someone else, from generations before us that have um, that whose visions and whose lessons and whose ways has transcended to us in this moment, realizing that we're connected with all the people that are here in our lifetime together, and we will then be the ancestor of those. It's a weird concept that one day you yourself will be an ancestor. So what is that love legacy vision that you are leaving for others? Because in truth, yours, mine, our hearts will live forever. Our acts of kindness and generosity will always endure. Trust, we must trust in our capacity to act with compassion and to notice how it feels in our own selves when we respond to ourselves and others with empathy. Our loving actions bring forth healing. And so there's been a lot of change in the world, maybe change in your own life. Maybe, things have unfolded in ways that you didn't really think that they would, or maybe you knew that they would in that way, but it was, moments where you were like, I don't know about this. But in every encounter, and in every encounter, certainly that we meet with empathy, we're bringing forth healing, whether it's for ourselves or for somebody else or for the greater good of the group. Wherever we are, we realize our importance and our connection and our readiness to go forward. It's like it doesn't have to be full steam ahead, but it has to be a place where, you know what, I'm willing to do a little bit of work. And maybe a little will turn to a lot, or maybe it will not turn to anything. But in the week of Netzach, in the week of vision, it's the week to say, hey, I'm going to give it something. I'm going to keep going. I made it to this point, and I am worthy. I am worth it. And so, our practice for today is to ask ourselves, am I speaking truthfully? Is what I'm saying helpful? Is what I'm saying kind? Is what I'm saying necessary and appropriate in the moment? There's a time to speak, and there's a time to listen. Ecclesiastes Kohelet, often we talk about there's a season set for every experience under heaven, each an opposite. There's a time to open your mouth, and there's a time to keep it shut for sure. And so, in the moments of time, in the day of Chesed Shebenetzach, we ask ourselves, what are we even saying? Is it truthful? Does it matter? Is it helpful to anybody else or ourselves? Is it kind? Is it necessary? Is it appropriate for the moment? If it isn't any of those things, don't bother. What we need most for ourselves in Chesed Shebenetzach and beyond is love within the vision of where we see ourselves, the vision in which we remind ourselves that through our acts of kindness, through our acts of generosity, through our own capacity to touch others with compassion and to notice how we feel in it, is a blessing that will bring forth, certainly, healing through love. Psalm 122 on day 22, verses 8 and 9 say, for the sake of my brothers and my sisters, I like my siblings. I think I'll change that. Maybe I need to rewrite Psalms. I don't have time for that. For the sake of my siblings and friends, I will speak for peace. For the sake of creation, I will seek well-being for all. For all of you that have shown up tonight, Bonnie and Margaret, Amy and Linda, Samantha, Donna, Rachel, whoever else, there's lots of people on here, but those that just haven't checked in. I don't know why people are so scared to check in. We don't bite here. We're a bunch of people that show up for years already. It's, could you imagine Omer started way before the pandemic of online connection, but we've been doing this for Omer for years and years, but we've also been live since days before, actually, 3 days before the rest of the world caught on. And we've been here for each other. So let's continue. Let's continue to find love, to seek vision, to really open our eyes and move forward. Move forward to a place of truth, to be as helpful as we can, to be as kind as we deserve to be, and to think at any moment, is my action, are my actions, are my words necessary and appropriate for that moment? And if they're not, maybe they are in the next moment, or maybe they aren't. But to find a place in our heart, to love, to focus on where we're going. For we are one human family, one heart of abundant love. We love you. And guess what? I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 9:30 and tomorrow night at 9:30. For you are a blessing. For those of you that didn't get the newsletter, which you should have, for those of you that didn't get a text, if you have teen kind of kids, um, there is a program tomorrow that we are co-sponsoring. The IDF paratrooper back from Gaza, Ira Kohler, is going to give his firsthand experience of what October 7th looked like for him and the months following it. It's tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We realize that the time is a terrible time for anybody to get there, but I've moved my schedule around there to be there, to bear witness, to hear, to be able to be part of that, which is the realness of what was experienced. So it's at North Shore Synagogue tomorrow at 5 p.m. We hope that you can make it. Everyone's welcome. We just ask that the kids, if possible, could be 12 or older, just in case some of the content might not be great for younger. Unfortunately, it is not being streamed. I asked a couple of times in different ways, and I think just the content, it's not ready to be there. I am going to ask if I can record it, and if I can record it, then I'll be able to share it. So I'm working around it the best that I can. Yes, Linda, I think that's amazing. And also, could you encourage him to stay at least till Saturday morning so he can go to services with you guys Friday night? Because that would really be amazing. And I know it's something he wants, but he feels obligated to be home, and he can really stay till Saturday. So that's your job. We'll see how you do. For all of us together, let's keep doing for each other. Yes, Margaret, it absolutely helped me survive also, being accountable and not, being able to bury my head in the sand for pandemic. And so, oh, Bet, you're here. Are you still in Paris? Let's continue to be together. Let's count on each other. The world is a crazy, wonky place, but knowing that we have each other is what gets us from one moment to the next. So let's do what we can do. Linda, I'm counting on you. See, it would be so awesome. He doesn't have to be back. I can do Friday night. It's not a big deal, and it's all great. And he has no bar bat mitzvahs or anything on Saturday. He can fly back at his leisure. I will keep Sophia with me. All the things that hold him, nail him down, I got them covered. So you see if you can do that. I know it would mean a lot to him as well. For all of us, Lila Tov, I'm going to see you in the morning. I'm going to see you tomorrow night. We're going to see each other. Let's keep doing the work that we do for Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, 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 Am Yisrael Chai. How awesome is it when you get a text message while you're doing this of a student, Cooper, love you. He sent me a screenshot that he is watching me, but watching us together online. This helps us be better people, Coop. So we hope you join us more often. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you in the morning. Lila Tov.